Hey folks, Vector Potential here. This is a challenge lock from Katsura. They did it for their blue belt. Let's see if we can get into it. There it goes. Open. There's some good spools in there. I will say this is my second attempt at the lock. I tried to open it straight out of the package and got a little full of myself, and we couldn't get in, so I took a little break and came back to it. So this is a Yale 500 plus, 5 pins. So we're going to get this thing real quick and double check that Katsura did everything that they needed to do to get their blue belt, which, if I remember right, requires 6 modifications. We see no outside engraving on this. Let's lock this back up. There's the bidding. Key works. One of the requirements is the key has to work. Okay, so now we're going to pop this off. Oops. Come on. It's going to take me longer to get this clip off than it did to pick it. Come on. There it goes. All right. Okay, so there's that piece. Okay. So we're going to leave our key in here. 500 plus has a skeletonized core, so we're going to keep this up and try to get a shim in here. There we go. I think the shim is in all the way. Make sure we're centered up underneath all the pins. Get our follower. Okay, shim is all the way through. We'll set this aside for now. Okay, let me change my zoom here a little bit. Focus rather. There we go. So there's no trench traps or anything right here. We'll take a look at the key pins real quick, and then we'll gut the Bible and take a look at the drivers. So let's set that there. Pin 1, no modification. Pin 2 has a thin lip spool at the top. Pin 3, double spool, or serrated, whatever you want to call that. Pin 4, no modification. and pin 5. I accidentally put one in there upside down. We'll fix that here. All right. Those guys look good. This one is just very lightly modified. We'll zoom in on that once we get the full pin stack. Okay. Get the shim out. Now let's take a look at some key pins, or drivers rather. Okay. Nice looking spool there. Sometimes having a rounded tip like that, when you combine that with a deep trench, will actually increase the amount of false set you have. There's another good looking pin. Almost kind of like a trampoline. I'm not sure if this top piece here had any significant effect on the pick. So we will stick that right there. All right. Here we go. Kind of got a barrel thing going on there. Okay. Ooh, I like that little bit of taper right there at the lip of the spool. That kind of encourages it to stay below the shear line. Nice. And last one. Yeah. Nice. Similar kind of upside down mushroom spool thing going on there. That's neat. Alright, I'm going to dump out some spring pins because we got them all. One is stuck. Come on. There it goes. Oh, he got bent out of shape. I might have a replacement in my stockpile. So if I do, we'll replace it and send it on. Let's take a look here. No modifications. Now my first attempt at this, I got stuck in a deep false set and couldn't figure out which pin it was that was giving me some grief. And I had a hypothesis that it was this number 1 here. I just couldn't get the feedback needed to confirm it. And it kind of looks like that's what would cause some issues there. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not sure I would call that a modification, but we got 7. I think the threshold is removing 25%, but we got 25%-ish, I suppose. So 7 modifications, looks good. That was a fun pick. Like I said, I tried to open package, open lock on this, and it's either pin 1 or pin 6 that really gave me some grief. So took a little break and then came back to it. let's set this up right here. And then I'll bring the camera in for a nice close look. There we go. All right. Well, thank you very much. That was a lot of fun, and I'll be sure to send this on to the rest of the challenge lock picking community.